Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show, and I'm here to, talk about some NBA news. About 15 minutes till free agency, so I want to get the latest news and rumors in here. And then I'll talk about the, do NFL as well, to mention the two trades that happened between the Dolphins and the Steelers. So let's get on to it. So, the Kings, they are trying to lure Russell Westbrook to Sacramento per Chris B. Haynes. Russ, Levine, and DeMar and Sabonis would have been fired like 6 years ago. 3-guard lineup of Levine, DeRozan, and Westbrook. I don't know about that. Yeah, who needs spacing, am I right? So, Ramona Shelburne, on the Lakers roster moves, she said, and quote, they're not consulting with LeBron this year, in their roster moves. Rob Pelinka is basically saying, get ready to learn Chinese, buddy. Basically what he's saying here. Apparently, lead GM is no longer a thing here. So the Knicks, they're starting to show some interest in Jordan Clarkson per Steve Popper. I think he got bought out today. So the Knicks will be showing some interest. So Ty Jerome, he's not come back to Cleveland. Him joining the Grizzlies is a strong possibility per Kevin O'Connor NBA. It could be a solid fit for him. Good backup, but could gain starting minutes if Jaw, gets word to get hurt or he starts acting up again. Could be a good fit for Ty Jerome. What would this mean for like Scottie Pippen Jr.? Ty's a shooting guard, so it wouldn't matter if they had another guard, because Jaw and Scottie are point guards. Ty Jerome's a shooting guard. The Miami Heat are potential landing spot for John Collins per Jake L. Fisher. So the Rockets are targeting Dorian Finney-Smith, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and Luke Kennard per Kelly Iko. Some veteran leadership right there. I think Dorian Finney-Smith or Nickeil Alexander-Walker are the most likely options here. Luke Kennard maybe if you want some more three-point shooting, off the bench, but I think either DFS or Nah will be the pickup, one of the two likely pickups here. But speaking of Luke Kennard, these are all the teams that are showing interest. Obviously, we mentioned Houston, but the Pistons, the Pacers, the Magic, the Nuggets, the Clippers, and the Knicks are all expected to show some interest in Luke Kennard. He shot 43% from 3 last year on 4 attempts per game. Ben Simmons is seeking a salary greater than the minimum contract. Pandeo face. It's that meme with the hand on the shoulder. How do we tell you this, man? You're not getting anything more than a minimum contract, man. Sorry. So the Warriors, they haven't made any progress on a deal involving Kuminga and the Bulls and Heat. And the Bulls and Heat have emerged as most likely outside suitors to land him per Anthony V. Slater. I think he could be a good player, but I don't know. He's just not good right now. And he ain't making $30 million. I just don't think he may want some. Terry Rozier has apparently been cleared of involvement in a betting scandal. We sure about that, man? Maybe he wasn't betting. Maybe he's just ass. Rob Pelinka remains zeroed in on Brook Lopez despite DeAndre Ayton becoming a free agent. Ain't nobody want this fossil, man. The Knicks are expected to show interest in Russell Westbrook. My Warriors. Al Horford is a top target for my Warriors. I don't know what to think about this. I mean, I would like it. Like, I know he's old, but he's a center that can still shoot and play defense. So, I think it would be a good stretch big, because my God, I've been wanting the Warriors to have a stretch big. They can play defense as well. Him and next to Draymond defense would be nice. Shams, he said tonight, there's going to be some big deals tonight. Oh, There better be, or you're going to be on fraud watch, sir. So Tyus Jones is also a name to watch for the Knicks. Russell Westbrook, they're expected to show interest in him. Tyus Jones is another name to watch, per Ian Begley, which I think will be a nice pickup, man. He doesn't turn the ball over a lot, has a good assist rate, shoots a good percentage from three. I think that'll be a good pickup. Obviously, the Lakers expected they're going to target DeAndre Ayton. Emoni Bates is now an unrestricted free agent after the Cavaliers declined his option. The Lakers are bracing to lose Dorian Finney-Smith in free agency to a multi-year deal with the Houston Rockets. And they gave up on him just like that. The Heat and Bucks are the latest teams to monitor the market for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Keep scrolling through here. The Nuggets and Chicago Bulls are showing interest in Cam Whitmore. The Nuggets could use him, not gonna lie. Avery Johnson says he would rather have Cooper Flagg over Luka Doncic on this Mavericks team. Sure, man. The Lakers, Knicks, and Pacers are expected to show interest in Nick Richards. I don't think the Lakers ain't getting him. I mean, maybe he could be good for the Pacers. Maybe. NBA teams don't believe it's smart for business to get their roster for 40-year-old LeBron a potential trade. Wow, is this really news? Teams like the Spurs, Heat, Rockets, and Knicks have stayed out of other major trades this offseason in hopes of potentially acquiring Giannis Antetokounmpo. The Pistons can make a run at acquiring Duncan Robinson per the Stein line. Duncan Robinson in 2025. The Mavericks are a team to keep an eye on if LeBron requests a trade per Jovan Buha. Don't think he's in his career in Dallas. The Blazers plan to buy out Ayton, and he wants to play in a winning situation per Shams. Jordan Clarkson receiving next to no interest on the trade market. So, Jordan Clarkson, is finalizing, like I said, a contract buyout with the Utah Jazz. So, he'll target contending teams. And finalized the buyout Monday, allowing him to join a contender in July ahead of more cap space teams next summer. Mike Brown will have a second meeting with the Knicks for the head coaching job. He's emerged as a strong candidate. Keep scrolling through here. Nicholas Batum, he intends to sign a 2-year, $11.5 million deal to return to the Clippers. Day'Ron Sharpe intends to sign a 2-year, $12 million deal to return to the Nets. Joe Ingles signs a 1-year, $3 million deal to return to Minnesota. Zaire Williams intends to sign a 2-year, $12 million deal with the Nets, re-sign. Jabari Smith Jr. got his 5-year, $122 million deal. So that's all the NBA. I want to get to the NFL, really, to talk about the trade that went down. So the trade that went down today. So this was kind of shocking. I just saw this a little bit ago, but the Miami Dolphins agreed to trade 3-time All-Pro cornerback Jalen Ramsey to the Pittsburgh Steelers. As part of this, he'll get a $1.5 million raise this season. So the Steelers offseason includes Jalen Ramsey, Aaron Rodgers, DK, and Darius Slay. Man, this team would have went crazy in like 2017. But yeah, their cornerback room now with Jalen Ramsey, Joey Porter, and Darius Slay. The only reason that's good is because of Joey Porter. But yeah, also this trade, it's All-Pro 3-time All-Pro safety Minka Fitzpatrick to the Dolphins in exchange for 3-time All-Pro cornerback Jalen Ramsey. The rare player-for-player trade, and another trade that went down after this. I don't know, man. I don't like this trade for the Minka at this point. It's just way better than Jalen Ramsey, in my opinion. It's one of the worst trade deals in the history of Steelers trades. They got worse here. So I think Minka's one of the top safeties in the league, and Jalen Ramsey just isn't as good to me as he used to be. But remember, Minka started his career in Miami. Now he returns where it started. But they traded a top 3 safety for a washed-up 30-year-old corner. What a trade by the Steelers. And another trade. Part 2. Dolphins and Steelers. Dolphins are trading tight end Jonnu Smith to the Steelers for a late-round pick swap. He'll get a 1-year contract extension for $12 million. Oh, we need a big red zone target out there. Oh, yeah, here's Jonnu Smith for you guys. Motherfuckers traded one of the top defense players for Jalen Ramsey and Jonnu Smith. So all in all, the Steelers get Jalen Ramsey and Jonnu Smith. The Dolphins get Minkah and a late round pick. Oh, yeah, we trade for Jalen Ramsey. Oh, yeah, you traded Minkah. And they're going to use Jonnu Smith the whole time on their offense. Man, I wouldn't say they gutted their defense too much, but in the secondary isn't as good in my opinion. But in recent weeks, multiple teams have been discussing whether they can trade for Steelers stand-up T.J. Watt to get the team's recent minicamp, but I don't think it's going to happen. I don't see him getting traded, but who knows. But yeah, that's the latest NBA news before free agency kicks off in a few minutes, and then the two NFL trades. So, yeah, that's all I'll say here. Until next time, Michael Lott. Peace.